Greystanes is a suburb in Greater Western Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Greystanes is located 25 kilometres west of the Sydney Central Business District in the local government area of Cumberland Council. Founded in the 1790s, Greystanes is one of the oldest suburbs in Sydney. In the early years of British settlement, the area was known as Prospect Hill and was the site of the first land grants to emancipated convicts in 1791. In this period, it was one of several areas of conflict between the Darug people and the settlers, the Darug people being led for many years of guerrilla warfare by Pemulwuy. The area later became differentiated into Prospect, to the west of Greystanes Creek, and Greystanes to the east of the creek, the latter taking its name from a historical home on Prospect Hill, built by Nelson Simmons Lawson, third child of Lieutenant William Lawson. The name Greystanes, given by Nelson Lawson, came from the outcrops of basalt on Prospect Hill, grey being its colour and stanes being the Scottish word for stones. The land was originally granted to William Cummings in 1799, before being acquired by William Lawson in approximately 1810. The area was used for poultry farming in the early 20th century until Greystanes developed in the 1950s and 1960s as a residential suburb. Frank Safile, a Maltese migrant, is a well-known developer who built thousands of residential homes throughout Greystanes and its surrounding suburbs. Frank built and helped fund the Our Lady Queen of Peace Catholic Church in 1975 and the surrounding primary and secondary schools. Greystanes has a number of heritage-listed sites, including Lower Prospect Canal Reserve. Many of the early residents of Greystanes were from Malta and many of them operated poultry farms. 3 family poultry businesses from Greystanes became household names throughout Australia: Cordina Chickens, Biata Chickens, and Pace Farm Eggs. Greystanes still has a large Maltese-Australian community. The Maltese community have hosted a Festa Talva Georgia and Maria Bambina, every October since 1965 in and around the church. The Maltese community purchased the land and built a new church dedicated to Our Lady of Victories in 1975. The Maltese Festa has its origins in the religious festivals held annually in each village of Malta, celebrating the patron saint of the village. The church and parish were named after Our Lady of Victories, a beautifully handcrafted statue from Italy, a replica of Maria Bambina from Gozo. Despite hundreds of years of tradition, the clergy of the Catholic Church deemed it incorrect to have the moniker Victories attached to Our Lady. The church then became the parish of Our Lady Queen of Peace. The statue is on display in the church and at the annual procession of the Maltese Festa. Greystanes has a small number of Christian churches of many denominations. Our Lady Queen of Peace Catholic Church, Greystanes Uniting Church, Holroyd New Life Church. Greystanes is primarily accessible by road. At the Greystanes M4 junction, several major roads meet, including the Cumberland Highway, the Great Western Highway, and the M4 Western Motorway. The fastest route from the Sydney CBD is via the M4 Western Motorway, exiting at the Cumberland Highway. Greystanes is serviced by Region 3 Transit System Sydney bus services with routes linking to Parramatta Railway Station and Blacktown Railway Station on the T1 North Shore and Western Line, and Marylands Railway Station and Liverpool Railway Station on the T2 Inner West and Leppington Line of the Sydney Trains network. Greystanes Shopping Centre, owned by SC8 Property Group, is a semi-enclosed, single-level neighbourhood shopping centre anchored by Woolworths along with 27 specialty shops. It opened in 1978 and was refurbished in 2014. Greystanes is serviced by a number of educational institutions, including many childcare centres, Department of Education and community schools, including Greystanes Public School, Beresford RD Primary School, Ringrose Primary School, Widemeer Public School, Greystanes High School, Holroyd High School, and 2 Catholic education Diocese of Parramatta schools, which include Our Lady Queen of Peace Primary School and St. Paul's Catholic College, originally St. Simon Stock High and later Newman High School. Holroyd High School houses an intensive English centre which provides a specialised program to non-English speaking migrants and refugees so that they can better participate in Australian society. Greystanes contains a large number of parks, ovals, and sporting facilities, as well as a golf course. The south side of Greystanes features the Lower Prospect Canal Reserve, what is simply known by residents as the Canal. Small neighbourhood parks are scattered around the suburbs. One prominent park is the Canal Road Park, which is 70 metres above sea level and thus features a panoramic lookout of southwest Sydney. Originally it was a water canal once used to transport water from the Prospect Reservoir, but has since been decommissioned and converted into a cycle and walkway. Despite this, it is still referred to by its original function. The canal features the regionally well-known Ooftown Aqueduct, as its original function was located on Macquarie RT, Greystanes. The southwest of Greystanes contains the Gibbs Road Sporting Complex and the Roseford Street Reserve, which consist of multiple ovals suitable for sports such as football and cricket. Around the ovals are large, open fields, suitable for other forms of recreation, in a small BMX track in Roseford Street Reserve. A small bore rifle club is located on Highland Road, near the aforementioned sporting complexes and the Highland Road Youth Centre. The Cumberland Country Golf Club is located to the geographic centre of the suburb. According to the 2016 census, there were 22,802 residents in Greystanes. Of these, 49.2% were male and 50.8% were female. The median age was 38 years, the same as the national median. Children aged 0 to 14 years made up 20.7% of the population, and people aged 65 years and over made up 18% of the population. 63.7% of people were born in Australia. The most common countries of birth were Lebanon 3.6%, Malta 3%, India 2.5%, China 1.6%, and New Zealand 1.4%. The most common ancestries were Australian 18.5%, English 14.9%, Lebanese 9.9%, Maltese 5.6%, and Irish 5.6%. 58.6% of people only spoke English at home. Other languages spoken at home included Arabic 10.4%, Maltese 3.1%, Greek 2.2%, Italian 2.1%, and Turkish 1.5%. The most common responses for religion were Catholic 46.4%, no religion 11.6%, Anglican 9.9%, not state at 6%, and Islam 5.7%. The most common occupations in Greystanes were clerical and administrative workers 19.3%, professionals 18.6%, technicians and trades workers 14.4%, managers 11.4%, and sales workers 10.4%. Greystanes is within the local government area of Cumberland Council, with Viv May appointed as administrator until elections in September 2017. At the state level, Hugh McDermott, Labour, is the state MP for Prospect, and Julia Finn, Labour, is the state MP for Granville. At the federal level, Chris Bowen, Labour, is the federal MP for McMahon. References